first night we met, a fire in our eyes. Lost in the rapture that has taken us, like fire in the skies. I'm right beside you when you lose control, and through the unforeseen. I'd give up anything to turn back time and save you, save the queen. I'm gonna rise from this ravine and save you now, save the queen. I'm gonna fight with gravity to bring you back to earth. I'm gonna rise and intervene and save you now, save the queen. I'm gonna turn the universe to bring you back to me. Tonight it feels like the first night we met, when we felt so alive. Lost in the shiver and the shake, like fire in the skies. I'm right beside you when the ground gives way and flames of fire descend. I'd give up anything to save you now, save you from the end. I'm gonna rise from this ravine and save you now, save the queen. I'm gonna fight with gravity to bring you back to earth. I'm gonna rise and intervene and save you now, save the queen. I'm gonna turn the universe to bring you back to me.
Hello, you. I've completely stolen that now. That's now part of my thing. Sorry, Guru Larry. I'm stealing that. Hello, you. How we doing today, boys and girls? There's assuming anyway. I don't have my viewer count visible ever because I don't really follow that, so I don't even know if anyone's here. It's kind of the reason why I'm able to ramble, even though there's like nobody there. I've been looking forward to this. After yesterday's frankly fucking shambolic showing by Brighter Shores, that was one of the worst games I think I've ever played. That was legitimately one of the worst games I've ever played. I'm looking forward to playing Dragoon. I had a lot of fun with Dragoon. I've figured out, using my brain, that I should probably use wild oats for healing. Stamina! Mama, amazing how a crappy MMO will always make you want to play FFL immediately afterwards. I'm not even kidding, that's true. Like, there's some MMOs that I can give a good stretch to, right? Like ESO, right? ESO is a good example. ESO's got enough good in it that I can enjoy it for a period of time, right? But I always come crawling back, do you know what I mean? I'm like a battered lover. I always come crawling back, right? But, no, Bright as Short, that was the worst. That was the fucking pits. I've played some shit on this channel. Okay, you would know. I've played some serious shit on this channel. But that was a situation where the core fundamentals were so bad, like so awfully executed, that there's no other way of, like, some games I can look at them and go, okay, they've done it this way out of, like, limitation. They're limited in what they can do. You know, there's an excuse, or there's some kind of stylistic decision, right? That game, I looked at it and was just like, this seems like they actively went out of their way to just decide on the worst possible gameplay loop. Like, the worst possible gameplay loop. Why do people grind in MMOs, right? Why do people grind in MMOs? For progress. You grind in an MMO to have the sword of fucking Damocles, right? You grind in an MMO to have the blade of Sarkon, or you grind to get to level 75, right? So that at the end of your long journey, you have something to show for it. Yeah? In that game, apparently, when you move to a new zone, all of your leveling progress gets reset. So when you move to, like, Chapter 2, everything goes back to level 0, and all of your gear and everything you have to do again. That, coupled with the things that I discovered, was enough for me to say nope. Absolutely not. Why would you take the only thing people look forward to in an MMO, the rewards at the end of the grind, why would you take that and get rid of it? So that it's a grind for nothing. Yeah? I can't imagine a more... a worse decision. I cannot imagine a worse decision. I've just realized I need to go back. Kage, what up? What up with you, homie? We're just discussing... We played Brighter Shores yesterday, and it was like the fucking worst game ever made. That game fucking sucks. And I can't believe it, because RuneScape is like everything that game is not. Yeah? I think the creator has kind of lost sight of what RuneScape is. Traveling today? Where are you traveling to? My friend tried now. It's awful. It's awful. And I usually can find something in a game to like, but that is awful. Outside of maybe Lord of the Rings Online, that's the worst MMO I've ever played. It's not even an MMO. You can't even do anything with anybody. It's a single player experience with, like, people walking around. You can't even talk to them. Floofy! How you doing, Floofy? I've been looking forward to playing some more Dragoon, though. I've been looking forward to this. To the point where I'm considering trying Dragoon out on retail as well. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars. Even if RuneScape was his idea, He probably had a lot of people giving him feedback, but then for British Shores, he was king shit and nobody questioned him. I think that was it. I think that's the problem, especially with these sort of big name developers. I mean, look at Peter Molyneux, right? Peter Molyneux is the prime example of like this batshit insane fucking weirdo, you know? Who everyone on his dev team should have been like, Peter, you can't keep promising these things. We're not going to be able to deliver them. You cannot keep promising these things. But he kept doing it anyway. Same deal. Just this nutcase auteur, you know? I'm from Northern California. It's a home. I'm working in the area. Did you send Floofy money? Come on. Floofy's a bat. If you send Floofy money, the mushroom population, the fungua population is going to thrive. Floofy is the resident fungua killer. Okay? When you're up to your eyeballs in fungua, it's because you cut out Floofy's income. Yeah, buddy. Doing good. Just got a Katayama today. What's that? Gotta keep new players moving forward. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be going all the way. I'm gonna be playing this. I'm gonna be playing retail on the side. I'm gonna be playing... We've still got to do Sword of Vermilion. Don't think I've forgotten that. And we've still got to do Legend of Dragoon. I haven't forgotten that either. Those are the 4 games that are kind of in rotation right now. Yesterday was kind of a blip. Because I really thought Brighter Shores would be better than it was. Yeah? I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting it to be amazing. But I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that level of just... I guess... incompetence. Incompetence is the only word I can think of. Because to have a game like RuneScape in your resume, yeah, you're the creator of one of the most player-driven, insane, groundbreaking MMOs. Groundbreaking. Whether you like RuneScape or not, you cannot argue against its impact. Yeah? Can't. And yet, to miss the mark that resoundingly, shocking. I think you got the kill. President's level 10, great katana. Oh, you're leveling samurai? I thought you were doing ninja. I'm playing a ton of Raven's Watch. Currently I only have 3 cards left to beat on hard. Then go to beat them all on Nightmare mode. When it comes to those top-down games, I think the next one for me is going to be Path of Exile 2. I'm going to take a look at that. Path of Exile 1 is one of those games that I really like massive elements of, but there's also bits and pieces that I, you know, I'm not crazy about. I really hope that Path of Exile 2 has money. Say what you will, there is something to be said about picking up gold coins. Do you know what I mean? It hits that sort of part of my brain. It's a bit of a dopamine rush, just picking up a pile of gold coins, you know? I'm gonna try Samurai later. British Shores, yeah, British Shores is fucking awful. I have not played a game that bad in a long time. That was really bad. Really bad. Like, it controls decently, and if you compare it to RuneScape, it feels nicer to play. But there's so many clunky elements, and just the design decisions on a fundamental level are just fucked. The progression is fucked. Everything about that game is fucked. Just completely wrong. Just the complete wrong way to do everything. So if you go, that's what I read. I found that out. So I did some reading afterwards because I was really confused. I was like, there's no way this is how the game is. Apparently, yeah. If you go to a new town, everything resets to level 1. So all of your grinding is meaningless. So why would you take an MMO and say, right, everyone who plays an MMO wants to progress so they can wear the cool armor and they can wear the cool sword and they can do cool moves? That's the reason people grind. Why would you take that away? Why would you take the result away? Why would you take the reward away? It seems so stupid. Just so arse backwards, game design wise. I was bewildered that they could miss the mark that badly. Nice little dragon emoji, but everybody sees Carol T. Who's Carol T? Yeah, Ravenswatch is co-op rogues, not the same as PoE or D3. Yeah, I like the idea of those top... I love top-down action, what they call ARPGs. I love those things. I think me and Insta and maybe some other friends are going to be trying Path of Exile when it comes out. I'll definitely be streaming it a little bit, just to see what it's like. Just to see. Been playing a scary amount of League of Legends lately. That's both good and bad. Carol is the green cat from Freedom Planet. What's Freedom Planet? Send me down a rabbit hole, Stamp. Oh, look, here we go, here we go. I'm wounded. One more hit ought to do it. Maybe this is enough? Yeah, healing breath! Ooh, 81 hit points. That's so much. I was doing this whole leveling Dragoon thing completely wrong. Spamming pollen? Just wait till you're under 33% health and cast fucking Wild Oats. Way better. Good level 90 magic on RuneScape. That's higher than my magic's ever been. I think on my main back in the day, I got magic to like 70. I hated magic, and I still do. I loved ranged, and I loved, you know, melee. For that wyvern threshold, I know. I need to get the helmet at like level 60, so it's upped a bit. Let's rest Woofy. Let's give Woofy a little bit of a rest. For my level 12. When do I get... I've already got jump. When did I get that? I haven't even been using it. Is jump level 10? I thought jump was level, like, 15 for some reason. Huh. See, I play a lot of classes where you don't get your actual your actual, like, key abilities until annoyingly later. So, to get my proper ability at level 10 is, like, confusing to me. Let's face it, Ranger isn't much of anything until Barrage. Beastmaster isn't much of anything until 21, 24, whenever Courier Carry is. Cleaning up my delivery box, I've got about... You got piles of money sitting there. Look at my funds, slowly recuperating. Slowly recuperating from buying the Cassie earring I'm not even using. In fact, if I'm going to be using predominantly... Wild Oats for healing, I might as well use the Cassie earring. What's a third of 227? Call it 220. What's the third of 220? Like 80? 70? $75. So under 75 hit points, I can cast Wild Oats. Got it. It's time for my first ever jump. Yo! Yeah, look at that. So is jump just like an extra hit? Is jump just like an extra stab? Basically? Huh. Does it generate TP? Vitality and attack add to it? It does? Oh, really? Well, that's pretty cool. I say you can self-skill chain by like level 35? Really? What level is Penta Thrust? Like 50 something? I gotta say, I haven't been this excited about a class in a while. Like, I'm really enjoying Dragoon so far. Dragoon slabs? It definitely seems to. But you gotta remember, my knowledge of Dragoon has always been, like, release Dragoon. Yeah? My knowledge of Dragoon has always been what Dragoon was at the very beginning. Which was the worst thing ever made. Okay? Dragoon in the beginning was like it was made in brighter shores, you know? Hoo-yah! Hoo-yah! Like, I'm only level 12, and I already have so many cool things I can do. We're gonna do it, boys. We're gonna do it. Wait for it. One more. Heal me. Huh? He didn't cast it. He didn't do it. Are our calculations wrong? That's definitely 33%. Is it because he died? He didn't die when I casted it. Okay, now he does it. Let's just say less than 70. These calculations are fucked. Hey, Dark Throne, how you doing? The LOL Dragoon? Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember Dragoon being the joke class, so I never really gave it, like, a fair chance after that. Yeah? But no, Dragoon seems really fun. Had I not already been balls deep in fucking Beastmaster, I'd probably have played this, honestly. Plus, it's one of those classes where, like, all the sub-jobs are technically useful. All the sub-jobs, every class will technically be useful as a sub-job. All of them. How far away can I jump? Look at that! Look how far I can jump! So is jump technically a ranged attack? So here's a question. If I jump on this grappler, right, from range, when I land on the grappler, do I count as being at the grappler's position? Or do I count as where I end up? Do you see what I'm saying? So the jump can be used to pull, is what I'm asking. Position change for like 1 frame of animation. You go immediately back. So if I jumped on an orc, for instance, and he was in front of a buddy, would the buddy see me as I landed on the orc, or would he just ignore me? I actually don't know the answer to that question. See, this is your boy Buns. Your boy Buns is always thinking of all the weird shit. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out together using science, shall we? They will link. I guess they would link anyway, right? Because it's not your position that makes mobs link, it's them seeing their friend get attacked, isn't it? Even if it was a ranged attack, if there were 2 mobs looking at each other, they'd link, right? So I guess it's kind of just useless in that regard. Shame. I was trying to think of a sneaky way to use it. Give me that healing breath. That is so insane. 84 hit points at level 12? That's nuts. That's like a white mage casting Cure 2 with capped fucking magic. That's goofy shit, boys. Slow range melee attack to engage combat when they don't want to stop walking. True. Every class needs a provoke, if you ask me. Every class needs a deer for when the mobs never fucking stop moving. I suppose I could put my flag up, couldn't I? Just in case. I don't have enough mana. Foot kick, save me. Look at that. I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed with this class. Look at that. Eden always moving monsters. Yeah, the monsters move a bit too much on Eden. Every time I try and attack something, it goes on a fucking jog. Don't lunchtime start the drive again later, dudes. Take it easy, Kage. We'll be here. You have a safe drive, safe journey. I'm absolutely thrilled with Dragoon. I think we're just gonna... I hate to be that guy who does the same thing every time, but I would quite like to just burn Gelsper to the ground. I think that's my plan for today. Burn Gelsper. Burn it all. Running over to join. Hey, with Floofy here, even better. Even better, boys. Wait, level 12. Can I put any new magic in? I just can't wait to get Platoon Lance. Once I get Platoon Lance, I'm laughing. Once I've got the Platoon Lance, this game might as well just fucking give me the win, you know? This game might as well start rolling credits, you know what I mean? I remember me and my cousin playing it must have been about 15 years ago now. Me and my cousin playing together, and I was Bard, of all things, and he was Dragoon. Once he got the Platoon Lance, he would just one-shot everything with double thrust. Just one-shot it all. That weapon is insane. Does jump pause my auto attack timer? So does it delay my weapon attacks? Or can I weave it willy-nilly? I've always felt like if they improved that element of the game and made weaving more of a thing, people would like the combat a little more in this game. I think the fact that a lot of abilities make it so that you still have to wait for your next swing. I think a lot of people get annoyed with that. I do. I think the game would feel a lot smoother without that. Come on then. Come on then, you fucking orcs. I'm a Dragoon, mate. I don't give a damn. This is for Cyrenus. I remember when he was a cool dude. When he was like 8. I remember when Cyrenus was a cool dude. Ow. Oh shit, I used pollen. That's the thing, later on, when I have a higher HP pool, using pollen will be ideal. But early on, pollen puts me over the threshold, so the dragon doesn't do healing breath. Which kinda sucks. I thought Healing Breath had a different animation. Why do I remember Healing Breath being like a cone? Is that not right? Or is that was the Elemental Breath maybe? You know what? Mushroom Cave. Too weak. I'm after XP, not money. Should probably use up my Empress Band. Now that I've got... It's been like a week. I could get it recharged. Mushroom is going to be farmed to like 14, I think. Yeah, but it's boring. I ain't doing that. I'm killing orcs like a true Sandorian, baby. Prince Trion would be ashamed of me. Ashamed of me. If all I did was kill mushrooms. I don't give a fuck about Trion. I stand Prince Pidgey. Prince Pidgey. However you say his name. That's my prince. That's my drummer. The guy from Foghat. Romagus! Caught you live, but hey, my man! How you doing, Rom? Have you been playing much? You had a chance to play all that much on Eden? Level 10 on ninjas, so I'm going to fight my way up there. That's alright. I'll be here. I'll be here whittling away. Chipping away at the orc population. The only good orc is a dead orc. I've been playing a ton? Really? My man, that's what I like to hear. Unfortunately, last week has been just too much for me. I haven't had a chance to do much of anything. But we're finally back in the saddle. We're finally back in the saddle. We're loving Dragoon. It's all going swimmingly. It's all going swimmingly. Level 23 thief? Damn. You leave some thievery to the rest of us. Did you kill Jaggedy Jack and get your rabbit charm? It's really easy. It's really easy to get. Fuck you, orc. This isn't blue. This is Dragoon. We were only doing Blue Mage for Dragoon. We were only leveling Blue Mage to be Dragoon's sub. We were never going to play Blue Mage fully. You know? I'm not that into mages. The Wyvern is blue? That's true. Look at Woofy. What a beast. But no, Dragoon's been a blast. I never actually got a chance to play Dragoon, really, back in the day. So it's been really enjoyable, kind of, experiencing this class properly. It's definitely one of those classes I think I wouldn't enjoy without Healing Breath. I think Healing Breath makes this just... I've got a bit of everything, you know? I've got a bit of everything. I look cool. I've got a cool weapon. You know? If I was the Dragoon with the, like, warrior sub, I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much. Haven't even been to Sandoria yet? Where did you start? If you didn't start in Sandoria, you're getting banned from the channel, mate. That's just how it is. It's sandy or nothing. Better dead than not red. That's what I say. Bastark. Ugh. Ugh. Disgusting. You both started in Bastark? Ah, no. I'm surrounded by traitors. Traitors. Let's see if Rom is on right now. Nope. Not even online right now. Can't even invite him to come and fucking kill orcs. No ban you? Sorry, mate. You're gonna have to get yourself one of them citizenship transfers. You're a Sandorian Mithra? Ooh. The only kind of Mithra I will accept. Just realised I have, like, no mana. But don't worry, Woofy's got my back. Look at this fucking guy. Just clobbering him. Level 13. I told you, we're not fucking around today. We're not fucking around today. I am getting level 50 right now. I am getting some serious XP drops today. No messing around. It's high time we started to do some actual bloody content, you know what I mean? Just logged out. God dang it! Felt sleepy, but still you were alive. Aw, I appreciate the fact that even when you were sleepy, you were like, I'm gonna check this fucking dumbass's stream out. I appreciate that. Last week, I was away all week because there was a medication thing. I've already explained it, but this isn't my job, and so sometimes there's going to be periods of time where I'm not able to stream, right? Don't ever assume that I'm, like, gone. I'll be doing this for like 20 years. In fact, Stammer re-subbed the other day, and it said he'd subbed for like 26 months. And I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that I'd been streaming for 26 months or more. Yeah? That was a scary thought. Because to me, I started streaming yesterday. Yeah, in my mental, I started streaming yesterday. And this stream has been through some crazy fucking changes when I think about it. It looks nothing like it used to. I have one more sort of major change coming. It's going to be coming in the next few days. I'm going to actually have a bunny that's, like, fully posable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like a proper VTuber type deal. And that's mostly just so that I have one, frankly. I've already got a few, but I wanted my own sort of more appropriate one. Other than that, any and all changes remaining to the stream, I can't think of any. We're pretty much there. Get off my dragon, you fuck! I used to stream too, though never professionally though. I think to become a professional quote-unquote streamer, where this is your job, you have to take a big risk and say, number one, you have to have enough money saved up where you can take time off of actual work, right? To stream, you know, 6-7 hours a day, however long you want to do it. Floofy! I, frankly, just do not have that safety net. Yeah? I don't have several $1,000s saved up to the point where I could say, right, I'm going to try and become a professional streamer, and I'm going to take months where I just stream and nothing else. I can't do that. I would be homeless, I would be foodless, I'd be dogless, all of these things, you know? And for me, as well, another part of it is I like the fact that for me this is my hobby, yeah? If this was my job, I would probably not enjoy it as much as I do. If I had to wake up every morning, right, and be like, okay, now I have to stream for 8 hours, I couldn't do that. I will only stream when I want to. Because if I streamed every single day, I'd run out of things to say. I'd grow to resent, you know, talking all the time. And I think I'd just get bored of it and boring and not worth watching. So, I think this is the best of both worlds. Alright, Floofy. Let's slap these orcs. Absolutely deleted that boy. What we need to go do is get to level 30. Level 30 is the next major goal. So once we get 30, we can start doing BCNMs, we can start doing missions, etc, etc. Level 30 is the next big goal. XTF used to love reading until she became an English literature major. Exactly. That's exactly it. Like, when something becomes your job... And it's not true for everything. I think there's certain things... Like, I love driving. And I drive for my job. And I love my job. So, there are certain things I think where you'll just love it anyway. But once something becomes an obligation, you start to dislike it. Yeah? Reading was the last thing she wanted to do when she got home from school. Exactly. It's sad that the human brain works that way. But there's only so much of something, unless you're like, I guess what I'm looking, unless you're autistic to a certain degree, there's only so much that someone can do with a thing before they get bored of it. Yeah? I would love to have some days where I just stream all day, where I, you know, wake up at like, I usually wake up at 7 AM, right? So, let's say I wake up at 7 AM, you know, do my morning rituals, etc., and start streaming at like 11, and just do that all day until, you know, 9 PM or something. I'd love to do a few streams like that. The issue is, I really can't. Yeah? I don't have the ability to forsake my money, my animals. I can't do that. Maybe in future I'll try and wrangle a few streams like that. I really wanted to do that for like Brighter Shores, but Brighter Shores ended up being the worst game I've ever played, so... Addicts and autists? Exactly. Woofy used remove poison? What? How does it remove... What? Did it just do that? No way! My little dragon is the best! I had no idea it could remove poison. We're getting a little dangerously close to war chief fat shit over there. Let's wheel it back a bit. Uh-oh. Floofy found him. Dang it. Yeah, we got to avoid that, man. We got to avoid that guy. I'll wait for you up here. Poisoned wyverns used to be a death sentence? That's the thing, like, I had no idea they could do that. I've kind of deliberately not read very much about Dragoon, because I kind of like discovering all these cool things. I think that's something that is a huge kind of detriment to video games as a whole, right? Is looking stuff up. There are people I know that will play a new game and look stuff up immediately. Yeah? Like, I mean, research every little... Before they even make a character. You know? I can't do that. I have to have that organic sense of discovery. Do you level the game running back? I can come get you. Can you fight your way back to us, Floofy? Can you fight your way back to us, or did you go down to level 9? No. Okay, thank goodness. I used to read the instruction manual on the car home. Yeah, that's about the extent I would do. Is maybe read the instruction manual on the way home. Yeah? I can't go onto the wiki and look up every little fucking... I can't do that. Yeah? And I think more people would enjoy the Link Shell. No, this is the same one. Same Link Shell, but I'm in my own one as well. That's just me. But I leveled back to 10 on the low level orcs. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go into Fort Gaushpa and fuck up the orcs there. Because they're slightly higher and they'll give us more XP. But there's a sense of discovery, there's a sense of wonderment that you don't really get anymore, especially in competitive games, right? Competitive games have it far worse, because in a competitive game, like say League of Legends or anything like that, the metas are all worked out and defined and spread to everybody via YouTube videos, all this crap, within seconds. Yeah, within minutes. And because of that, there's no real sense of discovery anymore. You don't really figure new stuff out. You don't really get that. You just kind of just get people doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, League of Legends is the prime example. You play League of Legends on any given day, and you will be met with the same champions, same items, same things, over and over again. You find a food that gives you like 50 extra health and make that wyvern heal more. I've got a Rolandberry pie. What I'll do is I'll take my Cassie earring off. And that'll give me more MP to play with. Tough orcish grump. You know what? I reckon me and Woofy can do this. Let's get up. Let's wait for Floofy, so Floofy can get some big XP. Give your little brother like 80,000 gil. They have cooking trade? Really? I can't do crafting in this game. I've tried. I have tried so hard to do crafting and all that crap. I just hate the crafting system in this game. I really do. I could stomach the crafting in this game if it felt like I wasn't just wasting all of my money for the longest time. Yeah. Like, until you get to like 80 in multiple crafts, that's when you can start to fucking make money. But until then, you're just throwing money away. And it just doesn't feel good, you know? It looks like he removes poison if I use a weapon skill. That's pretty cool. So magic for healing, and weapon skills for debuff removal. Got good enough for some decent food. As long as he can make apple pies. What's the food that I like? Colored eggs. Colored eggs are like my favorite low-level food. Why were we playing better than? It's sad, but the Wyvern's already better than I am at White Mage. You know. Some have asked me why I'm not doing anything, but they don't cast poison on me, so... Classic! My issue is I always tried to do those things with White Mage, but... I'm just slow. I'm just slow. I think it's because I use the controller, and I'm much slower on the controller than I am with the keyboard. Fucking war chief fat shit, go away. I don't want to fight you. Ah, these orcs are all too weak now. We need to move on. We need to get up to the next zone. Take this off. Alright boys, let's see if we can take this tough. I'm feeling it. Feeling like we've got what it takes. Is that Terra RSE? Those are good for... Yeah! RSE is going to be huge for us as a Taru. I particularly like the Taru gloves. They're like +6 strength or some shit. Those gloves are nuts. Uh-oh. The grunt is on us already. Heal me. Do it again. Look at this. This is a tough orc. In fact, this is a tough orc and 2 other orcs. Hang in there, Woofy. Woofy's down. Call Wyvern. I'm still in it. Fucking... This game is so fucking dumb. I hate how this game sometimes just will not let you do anything cool. Yeah? It just won't fucking allow it sometimes. Ridiculous. How did he have TP again to do another move again? Like 10 fucking seconds after he did the last one. It's fucking bullshit. That was so fucking perfect. Well, now it's my turn to run back. I need... Oh wait, you died too. I'll keep leaving you blinded for... It's ridiculous. I hate how this game sometimes will be like, oh, you're doing really well. Oh, slam dunk for 90 fucking damage. Lol, 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 lol. You know how we were talking the other day about how fucking Brighter Shores won't let you do certain things? This is the same, but it will let you try, but it just won't let you succeed at all. I also got dunked on. That move is dumb as hell. It does 1 billion damage and stuns you for like a year. What a bit of clips there. I don't give a shit. I'm going back there and slapping him. I don't give a damn. I do need some food though. I don't have any good food. Let's go with any health food. Dal mold. Moon pie. What an age to be alive. There are some coloured eggs in stock, and those are my favourite levelling food. 5k for some coloured eggs, I'll do it. I like coloured eggs. I should also use this opportunity... Hey, Floofy! I should also use this opportunity to go and get my rings out of storage. I'm so angry. That was going so well. That was going so well. If I had more hit points, like if I had more base hit points, that would have been perfect. We'd have won. What am I saying? If I had more hit points, I wouldn't have died there. No fucking shit, genius. What I mean is, if I had more base hit points so that I could cast Healing Breath sooner, then we would have been fine. Pants! You need to get you +1 earring or 2. Again, I wasn't watching. I need, I've got my Cassie earring, which gives me a lot of hit points, but then I lose a bunch of mana. Right, we take these out. Store that. Let's try this again, shall we? Look at all these people asking after me. I'm a celebrity. Earring gives 4, I think. Not a lot, but pretty good. I have these earrings. Where are they? Valor earrings. I have these. They're pretty good. So when I get to 17, I'll have those. Bow and arrow. Selling fucking shitloads of ogre jerkins. Some astral rings. You know what? I've got so many conquest points. I'm just gonna buy a scroll of warp for the time when I need one. Because I will need one eventually. It's Healing Hands! Healing Hands is like the member of my Link Shell who stands around and, like, recruits more people. Every Link Shell needs someone like that. Come on, Floofy, get the lead out. Let's move, let's move, let's move. I have revenge. I have revenge to be extracting upon this shitty orc. You're eating chili. Is it chili? Is it like spicy chili or nothing chili? Because I find that there's two kinds. There's the good kind that makes your sort of eyes water a little bit, and then there's the bland kind that does nothing. That's the bad kind. Vengeance. We're going straight for fucking vengeance, man. I'm going straight up to that guy and just fucking beating his ass. I'm gonna avoid all conflict until I get the vengeance chili. Yeah. I need some vengeance chili, baby. Mild spicy, not too much, but just enough. That's good. I love chili. It's been a while since I had any. Maybe I should whip out the old crock pot sometime. Honestly, I have been eating so poorly lately. That's probably why I feel like crap. I've had a long string of like not cooking proper meals. Yeah. You ever do that? Where there's this long string where you just like order out or have snacks or... I do a lot of eating of ingredients. I'm like, this could make a meal, but I could just eat it now. I'm a bitch for that when it comes to cheese. If there's cheese, I'll just eat it. Even though I could use it for like make a sandwich or make a pizza or... I'll just eat it. Straight up. Brick of cheese. Cheese is a meal? Cheese is delicious. I'm a slut for cheese, me. And I'm not talking like American cheese, nah. I have to go to like the specialist cheese shops, right? I have to get the special cheeses. I ain't eating your fucking glorified plastic. A whole wheel of cheese. I've always hated that about Skyrim. I'll play Skyrim, and you know when you buy a house in Skyrim, and it'll like come with, you can buy furnishings, and then your house will be like stocked with cheese wheels and things. It always makes me wish I had that house. Like in real life. I'd love to live in a house where there's just like cheese wheels floating around. I fucking love cheese wheels. Cool, Wyvern. Oh, I always forget. And I've got 8 minutes left on it, so I can't. I love the fact that without your Wyvern, you're just like this glorified shit warrior. Look at my spear. Oh my god, where's my accuracy go? I'm blind. That explains it. Fucking hell. Have I been hit with the best blind on the server? Who did this to me? A whole wheel of cheese. I remember I used to read the Asterix and Obelix comics when I was a kid. And, there's one, I think it's Asterix in Switzerland. He gets locked in a bank vault, surrounded by cheese. And to me, that's just like perfect. I'd live there. I'd live in a bank vault surrounded by cheese. Come rescue me in like 2 months. What am I listening to? Oh, that's nearly over. The cheese caves? Oh, yeah. Cheddar Gorge. In the UK, Cheddar Gorge. I've been there. One thing that's very nice, if you ever get the opportunity, is cheese and crackers with Apple slices. Cheese and crackers with apple slices? You wouldn't think apple and cheese would go together, but they really do. Green apple, specifically. You need that sharp kind of tang that you only really get with green apples. Dragoon. Damn it, you missed it. We had the fight of our life. We had the fight of our life. And we're about to go and get revenge. Because we lost. We're about to go get revenge. We're about to go get revenge. You can be here for that. You was eating pork chop? Ooh. What did you have with your pork chop? This dude's Canadian, see? He's probably like, oh, with my pork chop I had scrambled egg. Bloody Canadians. I mean, poutine? Did you actually have poutine? No, you didn't. You're just joking with me. Rice and cabbage? That does sound nice, though. Cabbage is my favorite vegetable. Cabbage is delicious. Cabbage is so good. I don't care. Like, and the other thing about cabbage is, if not boiled to oblivion. Yeah? Let it have some give to it. But not too much. I love that. Especially a leafy cabbage, you know? That's the good shit. I like my leafy greens. I love cabbage. I love spinach. I love collards, even. One thing that baffled me, you know rhubarb? Does everybody else know what rhubarb is? Because I went to Publix the other day, and I bought some rhubarb, and the cashier looked at it, and was like, what the hell is this? Like, they genuinely had no idea what I'd purchased. I was like, that's rhubarb. He's like, what's rhubarb? And I was like, it's kind of like a... It looks like celery, but it's red, and it's kind of sour. He's like, I have never seen that before in my entire life. I couldn't believe it. I thought rhubarb was like a common, well-known thing. The only good thing about British Shores is if you can pick up cabbage. I don't know. British Shores, I kind of liked some of the animations. That was about it. I like the animations, and I like how smooth your movement was. That was kind of it for that game, really. The music was kind of cool too. But the actual gameplay loop was so bad, I just couldn't even. Rhubarb is coming. Rhubarb is so nice. I fucking love rhubarb, and I bought it from Publix, and this dude had no fucking clue what I'd bought. He was stunned by it. I like all of the cruciferous veggies. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, bok choy. Yeah, that's all good shit. Except radish. I don't really like radish. In the words of Germa. When in doubt, radish it out! For rhubarb in our backyard, I'd be down for that. Thing is, if I grew rhubarb, there would be no rhubarb. I would have eaten it all. That's the same with a lot of things. If I grew tomatoes, there'd be no tomatoes. They'd be gone. You know, it's kind of an awkward thing for me. If I grow stuff I like, I don't have the will to not just eat it. You know? We ordered groceries one time and someone gave us a cabbage instead of an iceberg lettuce. Yeah. Like, I'm not being funny or anything, but there's an awful lot of people who really don't know their vegetables. They literally don't know their onions. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who don't know jack shit about vegetables because they're too busy eating like fucking McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? Especially in America. That's why I was so stunned. This dude was like, I've never seen that before in my life. I couldn't believe it. To me, rhubarb is just like a healthy but sort of tasty treat. If I couldn't eat candy for whatever reason, I'd eat rhubarb. Make BBQ sauce and crisp out our rhubarb. If rhubarb crisp is a Canadian thing, or I've never heard of that. I just eat it. I just buy it and eat it. Most of the US is uneducated. I think that might. I was going to say that's a common misconception, but recent events. I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Crisp is basically a better version of crumble. Oh, really? Oh no, rhubarb crumble is lovely. So what's the difference? I fucking step over my own wyvern for a bowl of rhubarb crumble. So if you had like apple crumble or peach crumble or something, imagine that, but 10 times better. But in what way? In what way is it better? Because that's hard to beat. I'm all over a fucking rhubarb crumble, mate. I'm all over that shit. Texture, flavor, it's hard to point out. So, it's called, is it more crispy than crumbly, I assume? Kind of like caramelized at the top. Oh. That does sound good. Then again, if it's got rhubarb in it, I'll eat it. You know, I'm a bit of a slag for rhubarb. Rhubarb and custard is the popular UK dish. But me personally, I just eat. I don't like custard, so I just eat rhubarb. All right, I need you, Floofy, on this one. I need you to sit this one out. All right, you gotta sit this fight out. This is between me and orcish cunt up there. This is between me and him. This is between me and him. I need my revenge. Send a picture to Discord. Let's have a look. Ooh, that does look good. With the ice cream as well? Oh, that looks fucking good. I am not much for, like, sugary dessert. But what I am big on is, like, sour dessert. Like, sour foods. So I really like rhubarb, and I really like things like sorbet and other things. Orcish cunt. That's a bit of British humour. Sorbet, things like that. I like sour sweets. I don't like sweet sweets, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm given a choice between a bag of Skittles and a bag of sour Skittles, I'm picking the sour Skittles every single time. Floofy, no! Floofy's disconnecting. I asked him to sit it out and he took it personal. Game crashed. It's alright, Floofy. I need to do this alone. This orcish grunt and me, we've got unfinished business. We went on a barbecue before. We also have a portable ovens. We'll bake it outside in the summer to keep the heat of the... Ooh. That does sound good. I might have to look up a recipe. Right, hang on. Let me work this out for a second. 209 hit points, right? So, a third of that is going to be... What? About the same. Less than 70. Right? Let's do it. He's got his little fucking backup dancer we'll have to take care of and all. Can I move, please, game? Thank you. I'm locked in. I'm locked in on this one, boys. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm fucked. I can't believe that. Why does my dragon draw so much aggro? Fuck you. You won't have me, you cunt. Because he's nuts. So yeah, that's the thing. My dragon doesn't miss. I'm blinded by orcish fucking backup dancer, so I can't hit the guy. If it weren't for that mesmerizer, we'd have won. I'm getting this orc. I am killing this orcish grunt. If it's the last thing I fucking do. If it is the last thing I do, I'm killing this orcish grunt. It's just the ability that lets you... Yeah. Where's my stop fighting button? Please. Oh, wah! Alright. We're going back. Oh, my... Why is Call Wyvern on a fucking 20-minute timer? Does that not seem a bit excessive? Better than 1 hour? I guess, but barely. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is fine. 20? That seems a bit much. An hour? Like 2 hour? Like, that's fucking... That's silly fucking talk. Also, how you doing, Phalaris? It's good to see you, my man. The timeout button? Yeah, I need to press the timeout button, everybody. Well, here's what we'll do. I can't call my wyvern, so I can't win. We'll just level up. Fuck it. I'm gonna come back and slap that orc in the face. I'll come back and slap that orc later. He got the message. He got the fucking message. Let's kill a few things to up the wyvern's parameters before trying to fight. So does the wyvern not... He doesn't get summoned at his maximum potential. So you need to kill stuff in a zone and then it like resets when you change zones? How does that work if you say go and like do H&Ms or something. Does the Dragoon have to sit around for a while killing random crap to up their dragon's parameters? Just so they can fight a H&M at the proper level, or what? Do you know what I'm saying? You won't have me. You won't have me. What's sad about that is that's a marked improvement. Because my first fight with him, I died. So I've gone from dying to running away. Next time, we'll get him. We would have had him the first time. Had he not suddenly, you know, as they usually do, got possessed by the spirit of fucking some kind of FaZe clan member and started using all the best TP moves in a row. I hate when mobs do that. To go through a training montage and return? Yeah. What's that song from Team America World Police? We're gonna need a montage! Montage! Steven Seagal montage? I love looking at the new Steven Seagal movies where he just sits down all the time. So funny. So fucking funny. There was one I saw where the whole movie, every time he's shooting a gun, he sat down. Can you not stand to shoot a gun, dude? Steven Seagal is one of those fucking insane people. I feel like sometimes that's all it takes to be famous, right? Sometimes I feel like all it takes to be famous is just to be fucking nuts. I find it really bizarre that... Floofy, save me! I find it really bizarre that Hawk Twir woman or whatever is famous now. She got her own podcast and sponsors and everything from saying a thing. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Do you know what I mean? Floofy, no! Run! Let me handle this. Let me handle this. I leveled up at just the right time, baby. Woo! Now that is what I want to be remembered for. Heroic moments like that. You rest up.
Yes, rosebud frozen peas. Full of country goodness and
green penis.
Wait, that's terrible. I quit.
These things are even match. Damn. I just find it bizarre that you can become famous now for just saying a thing. You know what I mean? I need to think of the next thing. What should I say? What should I say on somebody's Vine? They're not Vines anymore, are they? They're not even TikToks anymore. They're YouTube shorts. Say the line, Bart. I didn't do it. Yay! You know what my favorite thing about Orcish Mesmerizer is? How, no matter what, without fail, they will blind you. You could be level 75 and an Orcish Mesmerizer will still, somehow, manage to blind you. Everything else they do, not a problem, but they will blind you. Not only will they blind you, it will be the single most effective blind in the video game. Where for the next 3 minutes, you can't hit anything, ever. I'm going for it. Hawk Toi! That's my new jump battle cry. Can you imagine? Remember when those, like, NPC people were the thing? What the fuck was that? Someone explain that to me. Explain that one to me. Stay grounded. I've been grounded. Mwah. I don't... What was that NPC thing people used to do? What was that? What was that? Someone needs to explain that one to me. It was like... Make it... I mean, kind of. I don't want to sound like an old man. But, like, what the fuck was that? I can usually understand these things, but that one I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Which one? NPC people. You know when they were like, they'd be like, thanks for the tip, and they'd do like a... They'd say the same thing over and over again. When they get like certain tips and certain like stickers and things. TikTok live streams? Who the fuck is streaming on TikTok? And why? I hate this world. NPCs, apparently. I don't know, man. That is one of those things where I feel like it's just... Like, I guess it's a skill? It is a skill. Because if I had to do the same thing over and over again, I'd probably fucking shoot myself. That always makes me think of, whenever I say anything like that, it makes me think of the line from the Metalocalypse movie. Where it's like, but if that's the life of a regular Jagoff, I'll probably just kill myself. Chinese psyop? That wouldn't surprise me. Someone did it for attention and then got it, and then everyone else wanted in. Yeah, see, that's how these things usually fucking start, isn't it? Someone does something weird. Everybody says that's weird, but I have to look at it. And then everyone looks at it, and then copies them. The only NPC content I want to do, if I was doing that, I'd hit up TikTok, I'd do Oblivion NPCs only. Where, when I turn the stream on, I zoom the camera right in on my face. Stop right there, criminal Scott! Nobody breaks the law on my watch! I need to rest. Best NPC content will always be people riffing on Elder Scrolls. Exactly, that's what I mean. That's the only funny shit. I ain't doing no glizzies. That ain't funny, right? The glizzy thing, that ain't funny. That's the sort of thing someone shows it to you, and you feel pressured to say it's funny because everyone else says it's funny. But I promise you, the man/woman eating hot dogs really fast like it's a penis, ain't funny. I promise you that. Objectively, not funny. People recording themselves crying for views? That's sad. I don't care how few viewers, how few views, how few whatever my streams and shit get. You ain't catching me fucking doing any of that shit. Ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. You either be true to yourself or you don't exist, in my opinion. The pursuit of money, I can almost understand. The pursuit of fame, I can't understand. Maybe it's because I'm an introvert, but I cannot understand wanting to be world famous. To me, that would be fucking horrible. Money, I can understand people wanting that. Fame, not at all. Not at all. Have you heard of the High Elves? Her! 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 I saw a really good edit the other day. It was Homer Simpson, but with Deus Ex sound effects. It was so good. I love the Deus Ex sound effects. JC Denton's voice lines are so fucking good. A bomb! You've got about 5 seconds to beat it before I add your name to the list of NSF casualties. Have you heard of the High Elves? I love Oblivion. Skyrim is a bit of a meme at this point, I admit. Skyrim I find to be like the most normie game possible. Yeah, Skyrim to me is like porridge. Every so often I'll play it and be like, this is fine. But compared to Oblivion, that's just like this cartoonishly stupid game. It ain't got any of that. Ain't got any of that silliness. Ain't got any of that silly factor that I want in my game, you know? I can call my dragon back. Woo! I've said it once and I'll say it again. If Final Fantasy XIV's Wyvern, or Dragoon, sorry, had a Wyvern, I'd probably still be playing that. Instead it's just Jumpy Boy. I'm kind of... I have to almost be introspective about the fact that this is the first Final Fantasy XIV expansion, Dawn Trail. It's the first Final Fantasy XIV expansion in a decade? I think in a decade? Maybe more? That I have not been a part of. That's weird, you know? I was even there for Endwalker. I even went through Endwalker. Right? But Dawn Trail? And I think for Dawn Trail, it's several things, you know. I was almost suckered in. I was almost suckered in by Dawn Trail. It was the whole, we're going to be making the game, you know, more difficult. We're going to be adding some depth to everything. And I thought, okay, if they do that, maybe I'll be on board. Maybe I'll enjoy that. And then everyone, like a very vocal minority, I think, complained about Viper. one of the mechanics with Viper, and they removed it. Instead of sticking to their guns and keeping the depth of maintaining a DOT, no, they got rid of it. Because heaven forfend anybody who plays Final Fantasy XIV has to actually do something. Yeah? That game effectively plays itself at this point. That game effectively plays itself at this point. Which is a shame. It really is a shame. Because legitimately, most other things about that game I quite like. I guess for MMOs, we're just kind of screwed. We just gotta play the same old ones from 70 years ago. People loved Launch Viper. It was like 3 people. That's what I'm saying. There's always a vocal minority in that game that dictates how it goes. And it's a real fucking shame. Because they said, or Yoshi P or whatever said initially, there was a whole thing about it, that we realized that people are bored of how kind of one note and simplistic the game is. We're going to try and make things more difficult. We're going to try and give things more depth. And I was like, okay, if you actually do that in Dawn Trail, I might be back on board. Nope. They went the complete opposite and removed that Viper mechanic. And I just thought, you know what? Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. Yeah? We're playing Eden at the retirement home? I don't know. I'll be playing Eden for a long time at this point. I would like an excuse to play a modern MMO, but I don't have one. Yeah, the closest I've gotten to dedicating myself to a new MMO is ESO. I really like massive elements about ESO. The problem ESO has, unfortunately, is its combat is fucking terrible. But everything else about ESO I really like. But the combat is just not good. It's not good at all. Making Yoshi, he does drop off a cliff. Hey, Pants, how you doing? Drop off a cliff by Mario. What were we playing yesterday? Me and my friends played League of Legends. That's it. I always get that mental image when your AD carry just abandons the support. Completely abandons the support. It always makes me think of when Mario kicks Yoshi in a hole to get further ahead. Now Yoshi P, I don't know, man. He ain't my favorite. Let's be real. He ain't my favorite. I feel like there's a guy who, if you need something made that's as sterile and tasteless as possible, there's your guy. I'll be real with you guys, I cannot wait to get that fucking helmet. I hate waiting for my HP to drop so low to cast Healing Breath. If I was playing on retail, I just write a Lua to do it for me, you know? When HP reaches certain level, cast Wild Oats. I'll make the game play itself. There should be. That's who we're talking about, Stammer. That's who we were talking about. Okay, can you see any reason that FF11 hasn't been shuttered yet? Yeah, probably. Like, I don't hate the man, I just feel like 14 is such a bland experience. I don't have anything really to say about him at this point. He did a job, and he did it well for the shareholders, I suppose. I don't hate man, but do hate his fans. That's a good way of looking at it. Should I get a new computer or a new motorcycle? How good is your current computer? I need a computer. My current computer is a Steam Deck. Me personally, I'd pick a new computer because you can do multiple things with a new computer. But with a motorcycle, there's only really one thing you can do. But which of those two objects? Listen to your heart, not your brain. Which of those two objects, deep down, do you want the most? Yeah? Pick one, and then if you hesitate, pick the other one. I definitely need a new computer. This thing has started to show its age a little bit. This little computer of mine has definitely started to show its age a little bit. Difficulty is, I don't really have the money for such an endeavor. Maybe if I got one on a payment plan, but I hate those things. I find it so bizarre that in America, getting out a payment plan is often a good thing just for your credit score alone. Because if you pay it off, it helps your credit score. I find that so bizarre, because in the UK, if you buy something on a payment plan, the implication is that you're poor. You know? There's no silver lining. I mean, the whole credit score thing is just the biggest sham I've ever seen in my life anyway. What a ridiculous system. What a completely ridiculous system. Motorcycle you're looking at is a 2016 Triumph Bonneville. Alright, let me rest. And let's have a look at this motorbike. And I'll give you some professional opinions. 2016 Triumph Bonneville. Ooh. That is quite a sexy motorbike. That's quite a sexy motorbike. Again, the logical part of my brain says a computer, because you can do more with that. But you have to decide which of those two objects your heart desires most. I don't think that's a brain decision. I think that's a heart decision. I've always wanted to, like, ride motorbikes and things. Thing is, I'm terrified of other people. Yeah, I'm terrified of other people. And I don't trust them. And if I'm on a motorcycle, I do not trust to not get hit by a car. Do you know what I mean? Because I am a fantastic driver. It's my job. It's what I do. All the time. Every day. Yeah? I'm a great driver. But is everybody else? Not at all. Not in the slightest. I used to ride dirt bikes all the time when I was a kid. I had a friend who had a dirt bike, and it was the coolest fucking thing ever. Thanks for the advice. That was barely advice. What I gave you was literally, do whatever you want, dude. That wasn't advice. That's partially why I've always felt like being super rich. While the idea is lovely, would it not get, like, boring after a while to not have to save up for anything? There's that sense of just pride. Do you know what I mean? There's that sense of pride you get when you save up for a big purchase and you make it and that item is yours. Yeah? If I could just buy everything, I think I'd get bored after a while. I mean, obviously, if you ask me right now, would I like $10 million for free? Obviously, the answer is yes. But I don't know. Spiritually, yeah, it would be a case of eventually you would get bored of infinite money. Life, I think, in a lot of ways, is like an MMO. Once there's no challenge at all, what's the point? Would it be nice to never have to, you know, choose between dog food or real food? Yeah. Would it be nice to not have to sit in the grocery store like fucking with a calculator? Yeah. Those things would be nice, right? But look at this. It's gonna heal Floofy. No, he's not. Does the dragon not heal other people? Oh, Floofy healed himself. Right, gotcha. Floofy, you should have known that Woofy had your back. I can't believe my two My two partners are Floofy and Woofy. Come on, Floofy and Woofy. Let's go. Huzzah! Oh shit! Look at Mr. fucking Great Katana. Look at that thing. I thought you were a ninja. Can ninjas use that? I had no idea ninjas could use great katanas. What is their skill in great katanas? Thousand folds. Look at it. Look at that glorious katana. Glorious Nippon steel. I love the fact that they always like use that as like a selling point when the reason it's folded so much is because the steel is of really shit quality. You know? You want proper steel, you want Damascus steel. You want Damascus steel, you don't want fucking Japanese steel folded a million times because it's full of impurities. Oh! 2 hit points. That was close. I think Ninja has C+ in Great Katana? Really? I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Honestly, I would probably like Ninja more if I used the Great Katana with it. Yeah, wasting dual wield, sure, but Great Katanas are cooler than the little dinky katanas you get in this game. The Adventures of Buns, Floofy, and Woofy sounds like a nursery rhyme. We're all going to Grandma's house for tea. But we have to make our way through Fort Gelspert to get there. Have you ever read any of like the weird, well, they're all weird, but any of the lesser known Brothers Grimm tales? You know, it's the Grimm fairy tales, right? There's one called like the crow. What is it? The crow. So the dog, the crow, and the sausage. And the dog and the crow talk, but also so does the sausage. What the fuck was that called? I've seen it. I've read it. Dog, crow, and sausage. Story, Grimm story. The mouse, the bird, and the sausage. That's it. The mouse, the bird, and the sausage. Fuck it, I'm reading this. Once upon a time, a mouse, a bird... Actually, you know what? We're having a moment. Story time. Story time break. The Mouse, the Bird, and the Sausage by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Once upon a time, a mouse, a bird, and a sausage formed a partnership. They kept house together and for a long time they lived in peace and prosperity, acquiring many possessions. The bird's task was to fly into the forest every day to fetch wood. The mouse carried water, made fire, and set the table, and the sausage did the cooking. Whoever is too well off always wants to try something different. Thus one day, the bird chanced to meet another bird, who boasted to him of his own situation. The bird criticized him for working so hard, while the other two enjoyed themselves at home. For after the mouse had made the fire and carried the water, she would sit in the parlour and rest until it was time for her to set the table. The music's a bit loud, hang on. Where was I? The sausage had only to stay by the pot watching the food cook. When mealtime approached, she would slither. I've got this mental image of this sausage, like slithering around like a snake. Ugh, it's not right. When mealtime approached, she would slither through the porridge or vegetables, and thus everything was greased and salted and ready to eat. The bird would bring his load of wood home, they would eat their meal, and then sleep soundly until the next morning. It was a great life. The next day, because of his friend's advice, the bird refused to go to the forest, saying that he had been their servant long enough. He was no longer going to be a fool for them. Everyone should try a different task for a change. The mouse and the sausage argued against this, but the bird was the master, and he insisted that they give it a try. The sausage was to fetch wood, the mouse became the cook, and the bird was to carry water. And what of the result? The sausage trudged off towards the forest, the bird made the fire, and the mouse put on the pot and waited for the Bun's reading a story to the wife. This is a story, campfire story for our adventure, alright? The mouse put on the pot and waited for the sausage to return with the wood for the next day. However, the sausage stayed out so long that the other two feared that something bad had happened. The bird flew off to see if he could find her. A short distance away he came upon a dog that had seized the sausage as free booty and was making off with her. The bird complained bitterly to the dog about the brazen abduction, but he claimed that he had discovered forged letters on the sausage and that she would thus have to forfeit her life to him. What the fuck? I don't remember that. Pardon? What is this conceit? The bird complained bitterly to the dog about this brazen abduction, but he claimed that he had discovered forged letters on the sausage. Huh? What? Okay, whatever. Filled with sorrow, the bird carried the wood home himself and told the mouse what he had seen and heard. They were very sad, but were determined to stay together and make the best of it. The bird set the table while the mouse prepared the food. She jumped into the pot, as the sausage had always done, in order to slither and weave in and about the vegetables to grease them. But before she reached the middle, her hair and skin were scalded off, and she perished. Fucking hell. When the bird wanted to eat, no cook was there. Beside himself, he threw the wood this way and that, called out, looking everywhere, but no cook was to be found. Because of his carelessness, the scattered wood caught fire, and the entire house was soon aflame. The bird rushed to fetch water, but the bucket fell into the well, carrying him with it, and he drowned. What? So the moral of the story is don't ever do anything different ever, or else you will all die. The sausage got eaten by some dog with a weird fucking story. You had forged letters on you. The mouse got cooked alive. I'm getting killed by the Orcish Mesmerizer. And the bird burnt the house down and drowned. Thanks, Brothers Grimm. Thanks for that one. Fuck me. That's enough bardcore. Back to what we were listening to. But yeah. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but I remember that story. And I just thought, what the fuck? Everyone knows, you know, Hansel and Gretel and all of that. Why has there not been a story about the sausage and the bird and the mouse? Probably because the image of a sausage slithering around is fucking disturbing. Even in Sausage Party, they had to give the sausages arms and legs. Yeah? Brothers Grimm didn't think of that. So yeah, perfect for the next Disney film. Exactly! I'd make that movie. I guarantee if they made the bird, the mouse, and the sausage, I guarantee kids would want to see that. Purely because of the sausage. The kids' curiosity would get the better of them. They'd say, Mummy, Daddy, take me to see the fucking sausage movie. Forgot because I was making it. Ka-ching! Ka-ching! It's the weird delay, right? The strike lands, but the sound effect is slow. That's what I don't like about Great Katanas. My favourite part is the made-up story. Yeah! What was that about? Why did the dog do that? So the bird says to the dog, that's my sausage, give it back. And the dog's like, oh, well, I would. But I've actually caught this sausage forging letters. So I have to kill it. What the fuck? And the other worst part is that the bird doesn't even contest that. The bird doesn't even contest the story. The bird's just like, yeah, alright, fair enough. Huh? I'm telling you, Brothers Grimm, I don't know how those stories are famous, because 80% of them are as bad as the sausage and the bird and the dog. Just weird shit, right? A greasy sausage. I wouldn't trust a greasy sausage not to forge letters. Can I be honest? I kind of enjoyed reading you guys' story. Maybe I should do that more often. I'm gonna read you guys' stories more often. I kind of enjoyed that. It was a bit impromptu. I'd go out of my way to sort of soften my voice and put some nice music on in the background next time. We're gonna have story time every so often. Fuck it. It's my stream, I do what I want. I've always thought if I wasn't a gamer, I'd quite like to, if I did streams, or if anything else, I'd probably just stream reading stories. That would be fun. Because I'm an ADHD riddled weirdo, I can't sit still long enough to read a book, right? I can't. I like reading. But I need like an extra angle. I need like an extra facet to that to make it tolerable for me. Yeah, it's not that I get bored of reading, it's that I just cannot sit still without some kind of social or ulterior facet. Right? Which is why I like streaming. Because streaming is constantly changing, yeah? The conversation is constantly changing. I'm talking to you guys, new people show up. Yeah, it's a constantly shifting thing. I like the fact that Floofy has gone full on, embraced the Mithra way of things. Fully armored, except, you know, no pants, obviously. Mithra don't wear pants. It's against their religion. Look at this! He's healing you, Floofy! Look at that! Look at that healing breath! Epic! I love it! I'm a damage dealer, I'm a healer, all at once. What a class, baby! I just can't wait to get a way to heal my wyvern. That's what fucks me up. Whenever my wyvern dies, I'm screwed. And I kind of think that's really cool. They did a good job of balancing the Dragoon's power, so that without the wyvern, they're not wonderful. Yeah? In a worse game, Dragoon would just be like, better warrior. There'd be no reason to be a warrior. Yeah? Because even without the wyvern, they'd be fine. I like the fact that there's a substantial amount of power behind the wyvern. I'm not hopeless without the wyvern, but I'm also not as potent as a warrior, you know? Words! Words are banned. Let's go with this one. Woo! Level 15! I told you boys, we're not fucking around today. I'm making huge leaps and bounds. What are we currently level synced at? 12. Can we, at 12, take on the bigger orcs? Let's give it a try. I doubt it. I think they're like 13 to 14. Let's have a look. This fucking spike pit. Oh shit, what happened? Where am I? Huh? I like warped onto the bridge. What's happening? That was terrifying. I just wanted to see if I could fall in the spike pit. Could start the Hitler Wyvern at 25 and 32. Oh, Stammer? Do I have another beer or do I not have another beer? How many beers have you had? Well, if you can't remember how many you've had, here's a better question. How do you feel? Like, are you feeling woozy? Or are you feeling tipsy? Or are you feeling jolly? How are you feeling? Feel euphoric? You know... What's one more, eh? What's one more amongst friends, eh? Go on. Get it down, yeah. The trick with euphoric is not to lose that. You don't want to lose that. The only way to not lose it is to have another, but nurse it slowly. Slowly. I need to rest my dragon. He's dying. You missed story time, Stammer. You missed story time. I just drank a 7% strong beer from a Canadian company. I would say if you feel like you're not going to be ill, I would have another. I mean, are you drinking a beer because you've got no work to do? Like you're not going to work tomorrow, or what? What are you having a beer for? Celebrating? I mean, every time there's a bun stream, that's cause for celebration. I understand that. Kind of celebrating? Finish a project? Stammer, you finished a project. Get another one down here, son. You've earned it. You've earned it. Do you work at a funeral home? 'Cause you've earned it. It's not even a project. It's a project going to Idaho. Way to go, Idaho. Have another, go on. You missed story time. I read a story to chat. You missed it. You missed... I was doing my best LeVar Burton impression. You missed it. You could have had a beer and a story. You could have had a beer and a story. Think about that. If this was medieval times, you'd be throwing me a copper piece. Only kinda missed it. You missed the story, mate. It was a roller coaster of emotions. It was a roller coaster of emotions. Floofy, get your ass on this thing. See, look at us. We're going up higher. What are we dealing with? Tough. We can do that. We can do that. Come on. That seems like he ran a very strange way. Someone died for 2 minutes. No, in fact, the opposite. They all died, and that was it. That was the end. Leave my fucking dragon alone, dickhead. Oh! Bah! This is what I've never understood about this game. We can go back down the elevator and kill 50,000 orcs and make 40 XP a throw. Whatever. We try and challenge ourselves to fight one tough orc and we get 105 experience and he nearly kills all 3 of us. That guy should be worth like 300. Do you know what I mean? That is an area that I would change if I was making my own private server. The fucking XP rates. Are there any games I like? I mean, kind of. Did anyone make... The thing about that greasy sausage story... Why is this music so loud? I have to shout. That sausage story? For some reason, the dog steals the sausage, right? And then the dog makes up a story about how the sausage was forging letters. That's why he ate the sausage. I don't expect that level of, like, intrigue in a story about a bird, a rat, and a sausage. But it was there. It was a story to rival any of those games. We should probably not fight these. It ain't worth it. Which is a real shame, because I like a challenge. So because they rolled dice for the plot? Yeah! Like, I don't understand the part about them forging letters. That's just fucked up. I watched the story last night and retold the story of Leica. I cried every time. Yeah. That was fucking, like, the most brutal shit ever. I'm sorry, but I could not be the dude who was like, yeah, we're gonna send this dog into space. Knowing. If they had, like, a idea that didn't work, that's a different thing. Right? But not even trying to bring the dog back, that's just fucked up. That's just fucked up. If they had a thing and they were like, okay, we're going to try this, and it didn't work and the dog died, that would be sad, but nowhere near as fucking heartless as we're going to send this dog up and just fuck it. Just fuck it. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I do. You know, people go, say, I'll go back in time, I'll kill Hitler. I'll go back in time and I'll fucking save Leica. That's what I would do. There's a Gorillaz EP, like one of them earliest EPs. I think it's called Leica Come Home. That's a good song. Or good EP, I should say. It's even worse than that, though. They thought she was going to die in space, but she didn't, so she died on re-entry. I think... we all know how much dogs mean to me, right? Dogs are pretty much the most important thing in my life, right? To that end, the idea dogs are, to me, in my eyes, innocent of everything. They're the most innocent creatures. They only ever want to help. They only ever want to be part of your life. You know, unless they're like anything. If they're raised wrong, if they're raised by assholes, they're gonna be assholes, right? That's just nurture, right? But dogs, they are the most flawless, angelic beings. They just are. And you can sit there and argue, oh, but we made them that way. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if we made them that way. That is the way that they are now. Right? That is the way they are now, and they are deserving of everything. So, the idea of a dog just blissfully unaware of what we're doing to it in this cruel... It's making me sad. I'll be honest with you. That's why I'm pausing so much. It's making me fucking sad. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. And people go, oh, but, you know, people who experiment on rats, people who experiment on these animals, and people... Don't experiment on any fucking animals, right? Don't experiment on any fucking animals. That it should be fucking outlawed as it is. Yeah, if you experiment on animals, you're a prick. That's as far as that goes. Oh, but think of all the advancements we've had because of experimenting on animals. I don't give a damn. I'll do without. Right? I do without. But I'm not a... People go, you know, oh, are you a vegetarian? Blah, blah, blah. That's irrelevant. I'm not a vegetarian. No, I believe that humans need to eat meat. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that human beings require meat to be optimally fed. Okay? That is my belief. If you have a different belief, that's your belief, and you're welcome to that. I'm not going to dispute it. I'm not going to argue with you. Right? But that doesn't mean that I also think that animals should be treated cruelly to fucking make products and sell products and what have you. Do you know what I mean? People seem to be under this impression that you can't you can be cruel to animals, you can do experiments on animals, you can do this with animals. But if you do... No, the other way around. You can't... If you believe that you shouldn't do experiments on animals and things like that, then you have to also be a vegetarian, right? I don't think it works that way. You can use animals for certain things. Food, that's natural. Experimentation, that's not natural. Right? I sound like a fucking hippie. I promise I'm not. I just think human beings are put on this earth as caretakers. That's my belief. I believe that we were put here by whatever, be it the natural order, whatever you want to think of it as. I believe we were put here as caretakers. And we failed miserably. Frankly. We did a fucking dog shit job. The things that most human beings consider important, I personally don't. The pursuit of money, not really, you know? And that's not even like virtue signaling. People say that's saying stuff like that is virtue signaling. It's not even virtue signaling. It's literally just I don't want animals to die so that we can have makeup. Do you know what I mean? Medical science is where things kind of blur the line a little bit. Because if you can save lives by experimenting with animals, is that okay? That one I'm not sure on. Yeah. That one I'm not sure on. But cosmetics and shit like that? Absolutely not. Fuck you. And you might argue, oh, the Russians got to put, you know, a creature in space. It should never have been the dog's responsibility. Do you know what I mean? Putting a creature in space, I don't know how much necessarily that was a required step. Do you know what I mean? How about instead we focus on putting a person in space? How much did you learn from... You watched the things now. How much did they learn from the Leica experiment? Was it stuff they could have just done with a human? With a bit more effort, they could have figured out re-entry. Did they learn a lot from Leica? I guess that's my question. I think so, but they definitely could have done better. That's the thing. It reeks of just kind of like... Because it was a race, wasn't it? It was a space race. So it reeks of just this rushed, look at us, we put a dog in space. It reeks of that. And it's like, why was there a space race anyway? Why? Just calm the fuck down. We'll all get there. Relax. I know it was all about the fucking communist, capitalist fucking agendas and blah blah blah, but... Human history is one of those just weird fucking things. Where I feel like we could have done so much better, and we just never did. Apparently the French was to send an animal into space, but instead it was a cat they successfully sent up and survived back to the ground. But then they killed her to That is the most French thing you could do. That is the Frenchest move. Zuzaleuse, the cat, she has returned. Shall we give her a parade? A national French hero? Non! Cut her fucking head off! I want to examine her brain! What the fuck? That's fucked up, dude. But I'm tired. Okay, then have a nap. Then shoot the caps into synapse. Spice! Yeah, they need to get fucking, what's his name? I can never remember his bloody name. You know who I'm talking about. Spice! I fucking love the little giggle he fucking pulls back on before he says space. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Genuinely one of the best line reads in history. I'll make that a sound alert. I'm gonna be rejiggering all the sound alerts when my new bunny arrives. So I'll make Tim Curry a sound alert, because that is genuinely one of the funniest fucking line reads ever. Red Alert 3, baby. I still need to play one of it. I've got so many games on the... No, we're not going up here. I've got so many games on the fucking back burner that... I don't know, bruh. I can't really introduce any new ones right now. I've got Sword of Vermilion to beat. I've got Legend of Dragoon to chip through. I've got this. I've got... Retail. I still need to fucking do Wings of the Goddess at some point. I got a lot of shit to be getting on with. Can you fucking get attacked, please? Thank you. Oh shit. I've summoned the horde. I've summoned the orcish horde. Come on then. I'll fucking take all of you. Let's do it, Floofy. We're taking all of these fucking nerds down. You're gonna need bigger orcs than this. Shadow Lord, you're gonna need bigger orcs than this. We just killed 4 of them. 4 of them. Didn't even break a sweat. Didn't even break a sweat, boys. There you go, Floofy. Have a healing breath. I fucking love healing breath. Can I just take a moment? Healing breath Dragoon is fucking insane. What a ridiculously amazing job. What a ridiculously fun and amazing job. Find me another game where I can be a spear-wielding dragon pet owner that also, like, heals himself, his whole team, like, and does shitloads of damage too. This is such a sick class. Don't they get those cool, like, throwing spears too? As like a merit ability that lower defense? Dragoon's got it all, baby. Dragoon's got it all. I love that even though nobody played Red Alert 3, everyone knows today. It's so good. It's such a good line read. It's such a disgustingly good line read. It's the fun. It's the way he like holds back the giggle. That's what makes it good. If he just said space, it would be funny, but not as funny. It's the way he holds back that little giggle that just fucking sends me every time. Because you know in that moment he read that line and was just like, what the fuck am I saying? Angon? Yeah. Does Angon stack with acid bolts? Right, let's start fucking chopping a path out of here. I've had enough of this dump. I think so, but Angon has a pretty potent defense down. Is it more or less potent than acid bolts? I love that they kept that take. Yeah, but to be honest with you, that was 100% the right move. 100% the right move. Much more potent? Really? Dragoon's got some fucking really cool tools. I appreciate that Dragoon isn't just this, all it does is jump. Yeah, I appreciate it's got all these weird fucking tools to play with. I've lost Floofy. Red Alert 3 is all about that kind of stuff though, that's why I love it. You can tell everyone had so much fun with it. I love games like that. You can tell when a game has soul, and the people behind it had faith in it. That is a rare thing these days. That is a really fucking rare thing these days. I mean, there's a reason everyone is turning to indie developers, yeah? There's a reason everybody's turning to indie developers these days, because no one gives a shit about these AAA titles anymore. I've got... I mean, you guys know I've got Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty. Randomly out of nowhere now, it doesn't work. You've seen me play it on stream, right? Randomly now, for no reason whatsoever, it doesn't work. AAA. Red Alert 3 is the last thing the the corporation is today. Oof. That's a pretty cool swan song though. You get the famous meme game. You get the meme game as your last hurrah, that's not bad. They could have published something completely shit and forgettable. Even Red Alert 3's expansion uprising feels like modern EA shit. I've never really, like, played EA games. I don't really play EA games, so when people talk about how shit EA is, I don't have, like, a personal understanding. All I have is reading all of the articles, watching all of the videos, and seeing just how fucking awful their monetary practices is. And I'm not being funny or anything, but monetary practices make up so much of the fucking gaming industry now, you know? In terms of how much that matters to the consumer. We're all tired of loot boxes, we're all tired of fucking microtransactions, you know? EA produced Time Splitters though. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. Time Splitters is one of... Time Splitters 2, and to a lesser extent, Time Splitters Future Perfect, are two of my favourite games of all time. They are like the only like classic retro, you know, FPS type games that I give a shit about. Them and Quake 3 Arena. People talk about GoldenEye. I don't give a fucking rat's ass about shitty GoldenEye, okay? I just don't. GoldenEye fucking sucks. GoldenEye is lame and boring. I hate GoldenEye with a passion. I do not enjoy a game... That's not actually strictly fair, right? GoldenEye's issue for me was the, like, auto-aim shit that they were forced to do because the N64 controller is not made for that kind of game, right? Playing GoldenEye is a fucking test of your patience. But there's that new mod you can get now for like ROMs where you can play GoldenEye with a keyboard and mouse. And I really want to try that. Because that sounds like it would actually make the game fun. So maybe sometime I'll do that. Because as it stands, I just could not get on with GoldenEye on the N64 controller. I just couldn't. Couldn't play it. GoldenEye was very much one of those games where I would just get a machine gun and run directly up to people and shoot them. Because I am not fucking around with that aiming. I'm just not. I would run directly into people's faces and shoot them. I mean, Time Splitters 2 has Viola, who is by far and away and without a shadow of a doubt one of the best character designs in the history of video game history. So, Time Splitters 2 automatically one of the best games ever made. One of my fondest memories, and the scary part is, this is like 20 years ago now. One of my fondest memories is sitting around with some friends after we had like a pizza hangout type deal, and playing Time Splitters 2, making maps. No, it was Future Perfect. Making maps in the map editor and playing on those. That was so fucking fun. Especially in the virus game mode, where you had like one person who was it, and you had to run from them. Oh. And they would like make other people it. You know what I'm saying. Oh, why don't they make fucking fun shit like that anymore? What was that game that was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Time Splitters and just wasn't? I swear there was one. Can't remember what it was called. Alright. Floofy, come here. I need you to sit this one out, Floofy. It's time for my revenge. It's time for my revenge. Time for my revenge on this bitch. Now that I'm level 50. I went away, I did my fucking training montage. Now it's time for the prize fight. It's time for the prize match. I say that, my HP is regenerating so fucking slowly. I like how I sub blue and bring Rollenby Pie for pollen, but the Wyvern was doing... Yeah, that's what I mean. We've got the Wyvern. Woofy is the healer. As long as you can take the hit, we just want HP increasing food. We want food that brings our hit points up. The higher the hit points, the higher the threshold. And then Woofy can do all the healing. Because Woofy's healing is the equivalent of like 3 or 4 pollens, you know? Alright. Alright, you orcish cunt. Come get slapped. Yeah, you ain't shit no more. You ain't shit no more. Look at this guy. He killed me once. Made me run the other time. Now what? Now what, bitch? That's the level of... That's the sense of progression you wouldn't get in Brighter Shores. Because Brighter Shores would have said to me, you're not allowed to fight that orc. He's too strong for you. You're not allowed. And I would have felt nothing when I finally got to kill him. But now that I get to... He just critted me fucking... The classic 2 crits in a row. You weren't even worthy of my spear for your final blow. I'm gonna throw some fucking beans at you to kill you. That's what you get. Alright, now that he's dead, we can level sync again. See? You got 3 levels! Oh, I lost my spear. 3 levels you got, Floofy. That's much better than last time when all we did was die. We're getting better. We're getting better. I need to see how expensive a warrior belt +1 is. Because I've got a brave belt, but a warrior belt +1 is going to be way more useful for me. I also really like the sound effect the spear makes when it hits things. That sort of like... It sounds stabby, you know? All in all, I think the sound design in this game is fucking amazing. All the weapons feel really weighty and impactful because of the sound design. And I've said this before. I feel like this game really shines in the audio-visual department. I told you! That guy lived for 1 second, and he still managed to blind me. I told you! Orcish Mesmerizer will do nothing but blind you. It's what they exist for. What's our loot look like? Look at all them fire crystals. Look at all them fire crystals, boys. Damn! The belt shouldn't be worth too much? I hope not. Oh, go away. There's always one. There's always one orc who thinks he's a fucking big man. Look at this guy. I can take them. Yeah? Take this. Ooh. The good news is, I don't think I'll do Gelsper for the rest of my levels here. Might as well go somewhere exotic next time. I think we'll do like Babiki Bay or maybe like Tarongi Canyon or something. Each time I do some leveling, I should do it in a different zone. I'm just kind of a sucker for Gelsper, because when I was a kid I used to spend so much time here. Carpenter's Landing? What levels do you need to be for Carpenter's Landing? Like 20 something? You couldn't do it, could you? And he casted blind! You couldn't fucking do it, could you, mate? You couldn't just let us leave. You couldn't just let us fucking leave, could you? And that's what you get. You get what you fucking deserve, Murray. Tunnel at Sandoria has 15 to 18 creatures. Okay, we'll do that next time. We'll do that next time. That gives you time to catch up to 15 by yourself, Floofy. That gives you time to catch up. Next time, we'll be doing Carpenter's Landing. That's Floofy's territory. The Mushroom Master. The fun guy himself. So the next time. Yeah, I've always liked the idea of leveling in places like Wustano Oubliette and stuff like that, and like just because it's closer to towns. But Wustano Oubliette is weird. You can't get back out. Where? How do you get out of Wustano Oubliette? Because you fall in, don't you? How the fuck do you get back out? That's my question. Death warp. That's kind of the only way I could think of, isn't there? There's got to be an exit. There's got to be an exit zone somewhere. Tree stuff too. I remember back in the day I used to always have an instant warp scroll. Always. And I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to start training my brain to do that again. 750 conquest points for me isn't that much because I earn that and more in a sitting. A staff is my warp scroll. Is that event still going on? It's not, is it? Damn. I should... Trust me, the one time where there's an event going on where I can get cool items, and that's when I'm not playing. Fucking idiot. That happens every time. Every fucking time with me. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to take a break. And it'll be during the fucking best event ever. I told you to get it. I know. You gotta remember, Floofy, I was very depressed. And the thought of playing a video game just did not cross my mind at all. I could not stomach the idea of playing a video game. Now tomorrow, we may play more of this. We may play some retail. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Let's see what tickles my fancy, but there'll be a stream tomorrow at some point. Preferably earlier. I actually took my car to get fixed today. Not fixed. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it was due for its sort of checkup. So I got an oil change and pressure and tire pressure and all that shit. Unfortunately, it takes a long time because I drive all the way out to a mechanic that I trust. So I wasted a lot of today. I was going to stream earlier today, but I wasted all that time. Tomorrow I've got nothing to do, so I can stream earlier. We made it! A successful orcish hunting party. We'd roll into town, and the elves would be fucking cheering us on. Number of orcs. We're bathing in orc blood. We reek of orc viscera, and they love it. Animals, the lot of them. All right, boys and girls, that's gonna do it for today's stream. It's been a 3 and 25 minutes or something. I'm getting hungry, and that's a good time to stop. There'll be a stream tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for partying with me, Floofy, and we'll have more Final Fantasy. I want to say probably tomorrow, but tomorrow it'll depend on what I fancy doing. There may very well be retro games, there may very well be Legend of Dragoon, there may very well, whatever I fancy is what's good. Because when I go to bed, I'm a different person when I wake up, you know what I mean? My tastes have changed wildly. Rebirth! Alright guys, thanks for hanging out, I love you. I'll catch you tomorrow for whatever I decide to do. But I hope you have a kick-ass night, and I'll see you later. Ta-ta!